Welcome to Real Estate Insight with Heritage Rare Homes. I'm your host, Shola, and today we're going to be focusing on an important topic. What every first-time buyer must know in 2026. So if you're a first-time buyer trying to get your first property in the year 2026 and you don't know how to go about it, this episode is for you. And right here, I have our guest, Vivian, a real estate expert and also someone who has a good experience in guiding first-time buyer. You're welcome, Vivian.
Thank you very much, Shola.
Okay, so Vivian, why should first-time buyer pay so much close attention in the year 2026?
Okay, thank you for having me once
You're
again.
welcome, Vivian.
So I think first-time buyers should pay close attention because one, prices are still within reach. They are not cheap, but they are realistic.
Yeah.
Another thing is the learning curve. New buyers are now educating themselves with documentation, payment structures, allocation timelines, and the likes. Developers and also real estate companies are paying attention to incentive and flexible payment plans. So this is an advantage for the first-time buyers. They should key into this in 2025, and it's going to make them, a landowner with a smooth process.
That's very interesting. Okay, Vivian, my second question is, what is the first thing a first buyer should decide?
Okay, what a first-time buyer should decide the first is the why.
Yeah, true.
Why am I buying? Am I buying for living, for long term, for investment, for quick sale, for security? If that question is answered, it changes everything. That decision alone shapes everything. Without clarity, people get distracted.
Yeah, very true.
So once the purpose is clear, decision is calmer. So they should just answer that question: why am I buying? What purpose am I buying for? So that's the first.
So guys, you heard her. Before you dive into any property investment, ask yourself that question: why am I investing? That's amazing, Vivian.
Thank you.
Okay, so my third question is, what should first-time buyer look out for when they want to buy a property?
Okay, that's interesting. There are a list of them, but I'll just, give it one after the other.
Okay.
The first thing is to clarify ownership, which involves documentation. The second is, purpose. Why am I buying? The third is your location. Very important. People just overlook that location part of it, but it's very important.
Okay.
The next is payment structure, flexibility, also very important. The next is developer's credibility. You need to work with a developer that's credible, that you can see evidence of things that people have purchased before and how easy it was for them to buy and feel at ease going through that process. And last but certainly not the least is your exit option. How fast is it to resell if you want to? How fast is it to transfer? When you look through all these ones, you know that you are taking a step into the right direction.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, okay, Vivian, my last question is, every first-time buyer want to get a property, they want to invest in their future, but how can they protect themselves?
This one is deep. So it's not about the real estate companies right now. It's for them to also protect themselves. So the first thing they need to do is to ask questions.
That's true.
Ask questions. Whatever questions you don't know, whatever thing you don't understand, ask. Documentation, verification, location, everything you don't understand, ask questions. That's the first thing. The saying that says, whoever asks questions does not miss their way.
Yes, true.
So please, by all means, ask questions. Then the next is tone down the excitement. Yes, you want to buy land, okay, or your property, a house. You're super excited that, I'm now going to be a landlord. Yes, it's good. It feels good actually. But tone down the excitement. I'm not saying you should kill it, but tone it down, because that kind of excitement can make you rush and make a bad decision. So just tone it down. Walk gradually. The next is documentation and verification. Pay close attention to that, and that is where the next one come in, which is to work with a guidance, maybe a property lawyer, a surveyor, someone that can help you verify things, because you might look at a document and not see anything, but someone else that is knowledgeable in that area looks at it and say, oh, there's a clause here that is not supposed to be there. Another thing is to be careful of who you're buying from. I know you want to buy an estate in this, whatever the whatever the property is, the person you're buying from is as important as that property you're buying.
Yeah.
So be very careful of the developer you're buying from, the real estate company you're buying from. Make sure they are credible people. And then last but certainly not the least is to buy with your true capacity.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a flexible payment plan of 4 to 12 months. Yes, some people even exceed more than 12 months. But buy with your true capacity. Buy with the funds you know you have access to. Not, oh, I'm going to have 50 million next 2 years. Don't worry. You're not buying with the invisible money that you don't have. You're buying with your true capacity at that point in time. So you don't falter. Because when you're talking about 4 months payment plan, but at the end of 4 months, you are not able to meet up. So you fault in this area. So protection isn't fair.
Vivian, that is a well-detailed explanation.
Thank you very much.
So guys, you've heard it from her. As a first-time buyer, these are the processes you need to go through. You know that first-time properties is a foundation, but for you to make it solid, you have to do your due diligence, you have to do all the necessary steps she said you should take. So guys, this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Do not forget, like, comment, and share to someone who's also a first-time buyer that wants to invest in real estate. Until next time, thank you.
Thank you.